Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Callie, and today we're going to be talking about, are you feeling jealous in your relationship and how do we stop that and what's really going on, right? And by the end of this video, you will have a step-by-step method that you could use and put into place so you can stop the jealousy happening and get back into this romantic relationship that you have. For the best relationship mindset and also lifestyle advices, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button and you'll be informed of my new video every Wednesday. I have helped my clients go through this process and understand what's really happening, and now they're married and having an amazing relationship, and now I'm going to give you the tips and tricks so you can do it too. And first of all, what we really need to understand is jealousy often comes from within, and it's often coming from you, right? So something about you or something that happened in the past or insecurities that you have that are creating this response and this emotional response or triggers to a certain situation that you have in a relationship, causing you to be jealous. So tip number one is about reflecting on your feelings and what really happened, right? So why did you feel the way you did and what triggered that to happen? And really reflect on that. Because sometimes, is it rational, irrational, or is it something that you felt like you overreacted, right? So being coming down and reflecting on that. And what I like doing is a journal, which I mentioned before, and you can check out my journaling video as well, how to journal and how to write everything from here and blah out, right? And also being able to be clear, is it reasonable for you to be jealous? And write that all down into this journaling process where you can understand, I did this is what happened, this is how I felt, and I felt left out, I felt like they were ignoring me, that I felt these are the things that I'm feeling. And it's okay to feel that way, right? But also being aware and recognizing that that is how I feel, and what do I do about it, and how should I be reacting instead, or how should I be dealing with this situation instead? Because jealousy isn't going to get you anywhere, right? It actually makes it worse for you because you will overreact, you will feel a certain way, you will even do like things to sabotage a person's connection, or wreck something, and you don't want to do that, right? You want to be that person that's gone to a place where you understand what's really happening, and it's not how you see it, it's actually just a perception that you produce that created this jealousy process and insecurity within yourself. So being able to reflect and sit down and understand what's really happening, right? And get to the whole core of it. Why did you feel and react the way you did? And tip number two, comparing and competing. What happens is we tend to compare and compete ourselves with other people who we feel are better, or who we feel are more beautiful or more smarter, more intelligent. And we get to the point where we get jealous because we feel like we can't meet that mark, or we don't stand a chance, however you perceive yourself to be, or you perceive the other person to be. However, it's when we stop comparing and understand our own qualities, that why this person chose to be with you in the first place, right? They chose to be with you because of A, B, C, D, right? And that's why they're with you, not with the other person. And to understand your own qualities and appreciate your own qualities, that you are amazing with your own self. And it doesn't matter if you're not built and fit like the other person. It doesn't matter if they are more wealthy. It doesn't matter if they dress a certain way or look a certain way or have so much intelligence in a certain way. As long as you stop that line and stop competing with them, stop comparing yourself with other people, stop putting yourself down and saying that you're not good enough. Just stop all the chit chats that you have in your mind, right? And when you start stopping those kind of thoughts or those patterns, you start to reflect on your own qualities and all the amazing things that you have that you are amazing about, then this is the part where you stop the jealousy from happening. Because it doesn't matter how they are, how they're behaving, or what they have. You have it better, right? And you have it different. And there's no way of competing anyways, because everyone's so different. You may be strong in your hobbies and skills. They may be strong in business. Like, it doesn't matter, because you are amazing as your own person to understand that. And that's when you start understanding it and stop competing, comparing. this is when you stop the jealousy from happening on this side of things. And tip number three is about building confidence, and building confidence within yourself. It's only when we feel like when we're insecure, we feel like we're not good enough, we feel like, we're not worthy or deserving, that we're not confident in doing that task or presenting ourselves in a certain way because we're not confident, right? And that insecurity is within yourself. So when we start to build that confidence, and how I mean by building confidence is start doing things towards building you towards a stronger person. So if you feel like being a better speaker and being more confident in speaking, and that's what you learn and put skills on and go for classes, education classes, and learn how to speak better, or how to speak in a crowd, or how to speak confidently, right? And just putting yourself on Toastmasters or putting yourself out and doing public speaking, that's builds your confidence, right? And that side of things. And you feel like you need to build confidence in different areas, then making sure you dress a certain way that makes you feel confident, instead of a t-shirt and shorts that makes you feel casual. If you can dress yourself up a bit to how you like it, look a certain way to make you feel confident, act a certain way to make you feel more confident, and be yourself, of course. Don't just go and look at some random person that you don't align with, but be the confident person that you want to be, and start practicing the skills. What did these people have? Talents that they have, knowledge that they have, what did these people do? And just building your character to be a confident person and build those skills so you can have confidence to being the person that you want to be. And everything takes time. So build that confidence and slowly build it up, and eventually you will have confidence in that field because you've been practicing it, you've been learning it, it's your habit, and it will grow and you'll be confident in that field in no time. And comment below and tell me, what was your worst jealousy experience that you had and you really want to change it and reflect on it and be a better person. So comment below, because when you acknowledge this is what's happening and you're willing to change it, then there's a group of people. This is where you're able to talk about it and help support each other through this process, because everybody's popping into this channel is going through the same processes or very similar. And tip number four is very similar to tip number three. However, this one's about building skill and increasing your skill. What skill do you feel like you're lacking? What knowledge do you feel like you don't have? What is it that you feel like that you're insecure about? Or where's the jealousy coming from, right? So if you know that you don't have that skill, build it and learn it and become stronger in that field, so you can have the confidence and the skills to perform what you need to perform, or to improve yourself and expand yourself and grow your mind, so you can be confident, so you can have the skills to perform anything you want, right? So building that skill, it does take time. It's about practice and about creating those habits. So when you do create those habits bit by bit, day by day, it would add up and you will soon enough have those skills to help you to where you need to go. And tip number 5, it's about communication, right? You know what's happening between you and your partner. You know why you're feeling what you do, and you need to express it, and being able to talk about it and to understand his point of view and for him to understand your point of view. And sometimes it just takes two people to calm down and have a chat, not screaming it across, but I'm talking about sitting down and having a decent talk. I'm feeling this about it, because you're doing this and I'm feeling like this. And is it reasonable, right? Because it may not be how you perceive it. It could be just like your insecurities coming out and showing and, making it seem different, or your perception seem different than it is. So being able to talk with your partner, that you felt let down, or you felt like there was no trust in there, or you felt like you didn't tell me. So, and also set things in place between you and your partner, what you could do to prevent these things from happening, and also reflect on how you're feeling as well, and how to change the way you respond and react to a certain different situations, because they don't mean it the way that you perceived it, right? So having that conversation and sitting down together decently and talking it out and communicating about it, because there's no point you thinking your own way and he's doing your thing, and you're just going to build this jealousy over and bigger every single time, and you're trying to sabotage him, you're trying to wreck the relationship, you're trying to, just because you didn't speak about it, you didn't work on it, you didn't reflect on it, and it could really ruin a relationship. And not just this one, it could be the next one and the next one and the next one. You can bring this jealousy all the way to all your different relationships, and that's what you want to do. Stop it, right? Stop that jealousy from happening and reflect on what is really happening, and find different ways to deal with it or understand it a bit better. Is it worth the jealousy, right? And after all these points that I've mentioned, when you put it into practice, it would absolutely, definitely, help you move forward to the places that you need to go, because you can stop that jealousy and be reflective of what's really happening in life, and what do you need to do next, and what are the triggers, and how do you stop them from happening. So now you know exactly what you need to do to stop the jealousy from happening, and all the steps and reflection that you have to do. However, if you feel like you've done all this and you feel like there's so much more deeper within, download my 5-page guide, absolutely free, and it's helping you to discover from your inner happiness inside out, and how to find joy and happiness in everything that you do, right? Check out my other videos and stay tuned with me, because next week we're going to be talking about relationship limbos and when they're not ready, right? And what do you do then? So stay tuned. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to share it with all your friends. And have a lovely day today, and until then, I will see you guys next week.